All right, so today we're doing a little bit of maintenance on the four-wheeler. We're gonna be doing some front differential fluid. If you have the factory winch from Polaris, they made this really brutal to change the fluid because the fill cap is, see that little hole right in there? Yeah, it's down in there. So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to take this piece off. There's 4 bolts that hold the winch in. You're just gonna pull that forward and then so you can access that plug. If you're like me and you got the factory bumper, there's a couple more steps. You're gonna have to just remove this bumper, and of course I put a light bar, so I'm gonna have to move the light bar. So what you're gonna need is, if you don't have a winch or anything, you're just gonna need 6mm Allen. If you have a winch, then you're gonna need the 6mm, and you're gonna need a 13 for these bolts, and then a T27 Torx for these guys. And if you're me, and you got the light bar and the bumper, you're gonna need a 13 here. You're gonna need probably another 13 for the light bar. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. But anyways, we'll get her changed. All right, so first step is you're gonna wanna remove this piece right here. So it's just T27 there, T27 there. And for me, it looks like 10 mil, maybe 8. I'll have to look. But yeah, we'll get this piece loosened. I'll remove the bumper and light bar while I'm at it. That stuff is just a couple bolts right there and there. So I'm just gonna do that real quick and then we'll jump in from there. All right, now that we got this front plate off, so now what you're gonna wanna do is there is that bolt there and that bolt there, which are both 13 mils, and the same thing on the other side. That bolt there, that bolt there. You wanna remove those and then you'll be able to move this winch around. So I'm gonna do that and then we'll pick up the video from there. All right, now that we got those 4 bolts out and the winch out of the way, now you can finally see your fill plug there. So I'm going to clean this out. Just when I'm putting fluid in, I ain't getting any shit in there. And then we'll get started on the actual change itself. All right, now we got that kind of cleaned out there. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take that 6mm Allen we were talking about, take the fill plug out, and then come underneath, right, is that it? Hard to tell on camera, yep. Take that 6mm out, drain the oil, and then we'll fill it after that. All right, we got the drain plug out, got that flowing, got that guy out, and on the drain plug, check out all that little metal shavings on there. Look at that. So yeah, just make sure you clean that out. Just look at this, there's this O-ring right here. Make sure that's in good shape. And yeah, next, we will wait for that to drain out, and I'll show you guys how to fill it. All right, so next what you're gonna wanna do is you're just gonna take your drain plug, put it back in there, then you're gonna grab a funnel, something similar to this. Doesn't have to be this one, but. And you're just gonna shove this in there, and you're gonna fill fluid pretty much until it starts coming out the fill hole, and that's how you know it's full. And once you're done that, then you put your fill plug in and you should be good to go. Also, the type of fluid you guys are gonna want is demand drive fluid for the front. There's a different type of stuff that goes in the transmission / rear diff. But this is the stuff you're gonna want for the front. You can just get it at Polaris. I had some kicking around, so I'm just gonna use whatever I have here. I think it doesn't take too much, something like 250 mils if I'm not mistaken. I'll let you guys know once I pour it in, but yeah, it doesn't take too much. So you buy one of these and you'll be good for a couple changes at least. So yeah. All right, so there, got it filled. You can kind of see the fluid there, just pretty much to the bottom of the threads. So now I'm gonna just put this fill plug back in. I'm gonna clean it off, of course, and tighten it up, and then we're gonna button all this back together, and that'll take care of that.